The secret is the moment when everything happens. Contact. Let's make contact. 3, 2, 1. Classroom. Contact.
The shocking truth.
Electricity is in our living cells, in all of us, and in our friends as well. It's in our eyes, it's even in our nose. Electricity can help our body go. Electricity is produced by you and me. It's always there, but something you can't see. It's in your feet. When they begin to dance, electricity's in every living cell. Yum! It's in a snail, it's even in a whale. It's in a moving tail. It's in a face, it's really every place where there's a living cell. Electricity is nothing you should fear. It's all around, it's even in your ear. So obviously, a flipper has it too. Electricity's a vital part of you. Yum!
Hi, I'm Stephanie Yu. Do you think you can only get electricity by sticking one of these into a socket? Well, I'm here to pull the plug on that idea. Because living things make electricity all by themselves. You are making electricity right now throughout your entire body. That's not as shocking as it sounds. Even the tiniest insect makes electricity, as Robin found out.
I'm on my way to see Alan Counter. He's a professor of neuroscience at Harvard University. He asked me to get him some electric crickets. But I don't think I got the right ones.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Now, Dr. Counter, I brought you some crickets. But they don't look like they produce much electricity, but they are crickets.
Well, I assure you they are electrical, and I'll show you how.
How could they be electrical?
Well, we'll take one of these little organisms out. The little structures that we're going to examine on this animal. These are two little sort of antennae, but they're called cerci. And they're in the rear of the cricket. And these little structures allow the cricket to hear sounds, its own sounds, sounds of other crickets, as well as sounds of predators that might try to capture it. And we're going to record the bioelectric activity coming from these as we blow puffs of air on the animal and as we touch the cerci here. First of all, I'm going to anesthetize the animal or put it to sleep.
How do you put it to sleep?
Well, I'm going to put him in this little dish of frozen carbon dioxide, or better known as dry ice, and you see the animal is going to sleep already.
Okay, now what?
Well, now I'm going to take the animal out, Robin, and place it in the little dish here under the microscope, and I'm going to begin to do a little surgery just above the nerve. But while it's asleep, I'm going to expose the nervous system and place an electrode right in the nervous system. And there we'll record the bioelectric activity that comes from the animal's brain.
So we'll be able to see this little cricket produce some kind of electricity?
We'll see this little cricket produce lots of electricity from its brain as we touch it, as we blow puffs of air on it, and make sounds in front of it.
For real?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
We've left a little flap there just to keep the tissue moist and viable. We need to keep the nervous system moist to keep it alive.
Will we be able to see the electrical activity taking place?
That's right. If you look at the oscilloscope now, we should be able to monitor the electrical activity. We see these little action potentials now.
Is that what these are called?
Yes, they're called action potentials, and they're generated from the nervous system in the cricket here.
So that's where this electricity is coming from, his
That's right.
nervous system.
That's right. It comes directly from the nervous system in the little cord, very much like our spinal cord.
So this electrical activity is going on all the time in this cricket?
That's right. This is electrical, ongoing, spontaneous activity. We can better demonstrate how this animal is responding to ambient noises and sounds in the room by simply blowing a puff of air. Okay, I'll blow a puff of air on the cerci, which will displace the little hairs, and we should see electrical activity on the oscilloscope and hear a change. Listen. Did you see the change in electrical activity? And you can hear it also. Why don't you try to blow a puff of air on it? You see that?
Yeah. So just a blow of air by it?
Yes, if you were to wave your hand like this, you would generate electrical activity.
Can't believe it.
Okay, a cricket makes electricity. But how? Where does electricity come from? Would you believe? One of these? No? Then let me explain. All living things are made up of cells. Cells are bags of water and some chemicals. Just like one of these, only much, much smaller and not made out of plastic. Put enough cells together, say 1 million or so, and you get, ta-da, living tissue. This could be your skin or a lung, magnified many, many times. You see, cells are unbelievably tiny. There are 100 trillion cells in your body, give or take a few, and all of them generate electricity. But how? Watch. With this, I can detect an electrical current. See? Now let's try it with one of these cell bags. Remember, there's nothing but water and chemicals in this bag. No plugs, no batteries, no other power source. But when I insert the electrodes, we have electricity. It's produced chemically in every cell in your body, all 100 trillion of them. Your nervous system and muscles are especially adapted to run on this electricity, as Miguel found out.
This is Joe Leal. He designs and builds artificial limbs that work with the body's own electricity. This is a bioelectric hand.
How is this hand working? I mean, I'm barely even touching this, and it's still opening and closing, and I don't feel any electric shock or anything. How's this working?
Well, Miguel, your thumbs are sending off an electrical signal, and these electrodes are picking it up. And in turn, the hand is reacting to that signal.
What do you mean? I don't get that.
Well, your brain is sending an electrical signal through your nervous system to the muscles in your thumb.
But isn't that also how my real hand works?
Your real hand works by contracting the muscles that open your hand and contracting the muscles that close your hand. So let's assume that you had lost your arm in an amputation, and the remaining muscles to your forearm are still intact. We would tap the electrical current in the remaining muscles in your forearm.
How does the signal from my brain to my muscles make the myoelectric arm work?
Well, Miguel, this electrode picks up a signal from the surface of the skin from the muscle, and in turn is increased or amplified by a 6-volt battery, which activates a small motor in the hand.
This is the motor inside that hand.
That's it without the hand shell, so these two are the same hands. Okay, Miguel, we're going to test you for a myoelectric hand.
Okay.
We're going to place these electrodes on the remaining muscles in your arm. Now, the signal is going to be picked up by this meter. This meter will represent the signal for hand opening, and this meter will represent the signal for hand closing. Okay, when you bend your wrist in, you're activating the muscles that would normally close your hand. And when you bend your wrist out, you're activating the muscles that would normally open your hand. So in order for you to be in control, you have to control each needle separately. Let's see if you can do that. Hand opening, hand closing. Hand opening, hand closing.
Well, this is really hard to learn.
Well, now you can see what it's like, and for an amputee, it's a tough process.
You gotta practice a lot.
Open, close, open. Okay, let's see if you can perform this function with the myoelectric hand.
All right, let's see if I can get from my brain to the hand.
Very good.
All right, what do I do here?
Okay, and we're going to place these electrodes in the same position we determined with the tester. We'll turn our hand on. All right, let's do the same action.
Oh, that's
Very
kinda
good.
hard.
Not a lot of effort involved, just control. Isolated control of the muscles.
this is incredible. This is great.
Now the real test. We'll get us a styrofoam cup, and we'll see if you can close the hand without crushing the cup. Can you hold on to those electrodes?
Sure. I don't want to lose the place.
Now you got to remember, nice and gentle now. You don't want to squeeze or crush it. You want to be in control of it.
Oh, there. Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, you've had good control of it, and you're gently holding the styrofoam cup. Excellent.
All right.
Now why don't you just go ahead and give it the rest of the power. Go ahead, give it a...
Oh, this feels great. Just completely crush it.
Yeah. Now, Miguel, a lot of amputees feel that way.
Yeah.
You know, that they've lost their arm, and they've lost the power of that side of their body, and all of a sudden we give them something that gives them a little bit of power. And it's like restoring something that's been lost.
This myoelectric hand is for 12-year-old Brian Yazzie. He's outgrown the prosthesis Joe built for him a year ago.
This thing is really beat up. You ready to get to work and start building a new arm, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you take that off, and we'll start checking you out for your controls.
What's wrong with this one that you need a new one?
Yeah, I'm just going too big for it.
Well, let's just start trying to find some spots that work. Okay, why don't you open your hand? Do it again. No, we're getting a co-contracture. No, we're still missing it. Try it again. Oh, that's great. He's
See?
doing a good job. He really is right now.
So you really have to practice to do this.
Yeah, this is not easy. This is it's a hard task to train your muscles to function separately so that they don't contract together. Now let's see if we can do the same with closing, leaving the opening silent. Relax. You not make a fist now, but close your wrist to the inside. Okay, close it. Come on. Stronger. Come on. You can do it. Oh, very good. Okay, Brian, well, we've myo-tested you, and congratulations. I think we've got ourselves some success. I think we can build your prosthesis. I've got your arm done.
Great. Let's
Let's-
put it on.
Yeah, let's put it on, see how it goes here. Go ahead and hook your
Right.
straps up, yeah.
Brian has a new arm,
Excellent.
and it works because of his own body's electrical
Okay.
signals.
You're getting pretty good at this, huh?
I am.
Living things are electric. Plants, animals, people, we all generate electricity in every cell in our bodies. With water and a few chemicals, living cells make electricity. Nerve and muscle cells are specially adapted to run on electricity. The electricity in those cells helps to make the myoelectric arm work. 3-to-1 Classroom Contact is a production of the Children's Television Workshop.